For this next one, sorry, we're picking up at number 5. We're going to multiply here. Now, I want to make one of these the opposite. 8 and 5 is going to have a much higher least common multiple, and so I'm going to multiply my second equation by 2. And I'm going to multiply it by -2 because that's going to get us an opposite number for our first equation. So -2 times 1/2 is -1, so that's negative p, plus -2 times 5 is -10, and then a negative times a negative gives us positive 10. Then we're going to use our next equation, plus 8q equals -8. These will cancel out now. We're left with -2q equals 2, which means q equals -1. Now I can go back and do p plus 8 times -1 equals -8. And so p plus -8 equals -8. If we add 8 to both sides, we get p equals 0. All right. Number 6 and 7 are reviews, and it says here's a system of linear equations to find at least one way to solve the system by substitution. Okay, so you want to substitute. I'm going to say you should go ahead and solve for y here and say y equals -2x plus 14. Remember, put that in parentheses and then go wherever there's a y in the other equation and substitute. That would be my suggestion, to do it that way. For number 7, it says write an equation that results from subtracting the two equations. So if you subtract this equation, we do a -1 times the whole thing, rewrite the new equation that you would get from that. So you don't even have to solve this, you're just rewriting the new equation. All right, let's go back very quickly to this part of the classwork. So we have 1, 2, we multiplied the top equation by 5 and got this. Now, if you were to solve this, what would your next step be? Well, I would want to then go ahead and make these the same, and so I would multiply the bottom equation by -4. We see that happen here in number 3, so multiplied by -4. All right, then once they've done that, we want to see, well, what next? What would we do next to get to the next piece? Well, in this case, after that's been done, we're going to cancel this out and combine. We see that happen down here in number 4, where they combined and made a new equation of 102y equals 119. Then after that, we're going to solve for y, right? And when we solve for y, we get 7, 6. So that's number, solve for y, divide by 102, right? So 119 divided by 102 gives us that answer. Then next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and substitute that 7/6 back in for y. And so we see that here, because this 30 became 30y is 30 times 7/6, gives us 35. All right, and then after that, then once we have what this equation, I can solve for x. So we see us moving to the equation by subtracting 35 from both sides here in number 7. So we subtracted 35 from both sides. And then last but not least, 8, we have our solution. We divided both sides by 4 and got x equals 10. All right, that's it for your homework. Your code word for today is pochacco. Pochacco. If you look up how it's spelled and you can figure it out, I'll give you extra credit. But pochacco, that was the little dog stick thing that I had today. Happy homeworking and see you tomorrow.